welcome to circuit number 7 of the SparkFun Inventors kit series here. So what we're building now is basically just a simple temperature sensor. So it's a pretty easy circuit. We just hook up 6 wires here and then we use a temperature sensor. Now I've got 2 things here. Only one of them is the temperature sensor, the other one is a transistor. How do you tell the difference? Well, if you look at these guys, alright, you cannot see this on camera, but there is writing on here. It's really, really tiny, okay? I will try and include a picture if I can grab one. I don't know, it's really tiny. Anyways, the temperature sensor says TMP on it. That's this one. The other one, the transistor, we do not need for this circuit. So let's take a look at this little temperature sensor. Seems pretty simple. This one's got 3 wires. This middle one here is the signal wire, and then we've got a ground wire and a positive wire. We just plug that in, hook up the wires. I'm going to do that right now. Alright, here's the circuit all set up nice and easy. I actually told you it's 6 wires, we only have 5 going here. But yeah, let's plug this little guy in, and then we will load in our program as usual. And as you can see in this circuit though, there's no output. How are we going to read the temperature? Well, that's on the computer too, so I'll show you how to do that. Let's take a look. So here's our code for circuit number 7 here. So this one gets a little more complicated, but let's go through it and see. So we've got our temperature pin on 0 here, easy enough. Now in our setup, we have this serial begin. What that does is basically to read from the board, we're going to use the serial monitor for the board. So that's actually included in this IDE, and we're going to use that to print out the temperature and voltage from the temperature sensor. So when we go into our loop, we're going to declare these things, these values here, one for voltage, one for Celsius, and one for Fahrenheit. We get the voltage from the pin here, and then we convert into degrees Celsius and Fahrenheit, and then we are going to print them to the serial monitor. So basically we just send these print commands. We're going to print some text, then the value we've got, and do that for each line. So we are going to wait 1 second in between each reading, and then it'll just continue on looping forever, and we'll keep getting continual sensor readings. So to get the voltage from the pin, that's just this function. It just returns the reading of the pin. Okay, and we use that for our calculations. So why don't we verify this and upload. Okay, so now I don't really need to show you the circuit working because it doesn't have any output. Where we get our output, like I said, is from the serial monitor. So how do you find that? Well, if you look all the way over here, you've got this magnifying glass right here. You can see when you hover over it, it says serial monitor. You click that, pop open, and there we go. Those are our readings. So why don't I make this a bit bigger for us? So you can see the temperature I've got here, about 23 degrees. Actually feels a little warmer than that. But yeah, so we've got a pretty consistent voltage and degrees going on. Let me try and change it a little bit though, okay? I'll put it over here. See how that does. Oh, you can see it's going down. It's a little cooler now. And when I put it back, it goes back up. There we go. So we are reading the temperature, and it's like a little thermostat almost, except doesn't control my air conditioner. Maybe that's for the future, something I'll build. All right, so there you go. Temperature sensor, not too easy to build and do, but uses the serial window here, so we can read stuff from the board when we print to it. So that's pretty exciting. And we can use that in all sorts of other programs too. All right, see you next time.